In this video, we have gathered undercover bosses who confronted managers over mistreatment of their employees. Let's get started. Number 5. Rick from Wild Wing. In Season 3, Episode 1 of the Canadian edition of Undercover Boss, Rick Smiklis, the CEO of Wild Wing, took on a disguise and assumed the role of a trainee at one of his restaurant franchise's branches. While working alongside server Sabrina, he observed that the franchise owner had implemented his own policies, deviating from the standard guidelines set by the head office for all their restaurants. Growing increasingly frustrated, Rick found himself grappling with the franchise owner's perplexing menu, which only added to his exasperation. To compound matters, his mood darkened further upon discovering that this branch was flouting the company's systems in more ways than just the menu. As Rick grew closer to Sabrina, he discovered that the franchise owner had subjected her to frequent abuse. She confided in him, expressing her sense of entrapment in the job due to her recent bankruptcy, leaving her unable to quit. Feeling increasingly agitated, Rick chose to take a lunch break to distance himself from the situation. Though the break provided some relief, upon returning, he found that the situation had only deteriorated further. Sabrina's evident distress prompted Rick to step in, advocating on her behalf by approaching the franchise owner. Insisting on an apology, Rick directly confronted the owner, addressing his actions. According to Rick, should Sabrina decide to resign, he'd gladly employ her and offer a salary 3 times her current earnings. Following that, he launched a scathing critique against the franchise owner, addressing numerous issues he had observed during the day. Number 4. Don from Subway. Don Furtman, Subway's chief development officer, conducted an undercover experience within the renowned Submarine Sandwich Company. His objective was to observe a regular workday from the employee's perspective and identify areas for improvement. During this undercover assignment, Don received training from Jesse, who maintained a serious demeanor right from their first encounter. During every step of his training, Jesse persistently pushed Don, never holding back on criticism and penalties for his subpar performance. Don found it challenging to work under Jesse initially. However, during their break, Jesse opened up to Don, sharing that her family life had been difficult due to her absent mother. He admired her strength, acknowledging the hardships she had faced. During the grand revelation, Don addressed Jesse regarding her demeanor, yet she acknowledged and valued the intentions behind Jesse's actions. Don made the decision to acknowledge Jesse's commendable performance and reward her accordingly. Number 3. Paul from Moe's Southwest Grill. In Season 4, Episode 8 of the show, Moe's Southwest Grill president Paul D'Amico made an appearance. To gain a deeper understanding of his company's daily operations, he took on the role of a new employee within the restaurant chain. During his training at the establishment, he came across the manager named Tito. Tito's impatience with slow learners was evident as he held high expectations for Paul, anticipating flawless task execution after a single demonstration. The strict demeanor extended to others as well, leading him to consistently shout at people to highlight their mistakes. Paul, while training under Tito, found no enjoyment in any moment. When the time came to reveal his identity, he made sure the manager was aware of his dissatisfaction. Despite this, Paul chose not to dismiss the young man and offered him an opportunity for redemption. Number 2. David from Empire CLS. David Seelinger, CEO of Empire CLS Worldwide Chauffeured Services, took the initiative to gain first-hand insight into the company's daily operations. He began his new role in the dispatch department, where he trained under Anthony, one of the dispatchers. During his training, David had the opportunity to observe Anthony as he handled some phone calls. To his concern, David noticed that Anthony displayed a condescending attitude towards both the customer and one of their drivers. During the calls, Anthony's negative demeanor forced David to compose himself, fearing he might inadvertently expose his identity. The situation worsened on their break, with Anthony continuously venting about the company. During the moment of David's revelation, he admonished Anthony for his dreadful demeanor and conduct. Although tempted to dismiss Anthony, David ultimately chose not to take that course of action. Number 1. Kobe from Hooters. Kobe Brooks, the CEO of Hooters, took on a covert role at one of his restaurants, famous for its scantily clad waitresses. Prior to commencing his work, he stressed the significance of the general manager's role and aimed to witness the management style of this particular branch. However, what he witnessed took him by surprise. Despite the general manager, Jimbo failed to practice what he preached and showed disrespect towards the female employees under his supervision. The situation worsened during the decision-making process for early departure. Jimbo had the intention of engaging in games with the girls, but to make matters worse, the chosen game seemed explicitly crafted to embarrass them. Kobe was deeply troubled by what he observed, yet he restrained himself from blowing his cover. Eventually, he disclosed his true identity to Jimbo and firmly denounced the general manager's actions as entirely unacceptable. Jimbo was in fact justifying his actions, but Kobe informed him that such conduct was not in line with their approach. Surprisingly, undercover bosses have encountered even more challenging situations. Click now to explore more content for Undercover Boss.